The credit rating agency Moody's has changed the outlook for GovGuam's and GWA's ratings to negative. Moody's says this change was triggered by the financial crisis facing the island. PNC's Janela Carrera reports.
The change in the outlook comes amid a fiscal crisis facing the island as lawmakers are scrambling to pass legislation to address a gaping $67 million hole brought on by the Trump tax cuts. In its rating action, Moody says the outlook is, quote, reflecting the possibility that its financial and liquidity positions could weaken further if timely, sufficient action isn't taken to address the general fund revenue shortfall and restore long-term financial stability, or if that revenue shortfall is greater than projected, end quote. In fact, the report cites the government's inaction in, quote, tax increases needed to close the budget gap completely, end quote. Governor Calvo was on News Talk K57 with host Patty Arroyo this morning.
Again, it's disappointing with Moody's credit watch. But again, this is what happens when we have inaction. There's a fiscal crisis that has hit us, and it's just so important that the legislature act, because the rest of the world will act already.
So far, it's only the government of Guam and the Guam Waterworks Authority that received the negative outlook, but Moody's indicates that it serves as a reference point for other revenue bonds for the Guam Power Authority and the Guam International Airport Authority. While the report illustrates a possible downturn in the island's standing for bondholders, Moody's also recognizes that Guam has had positive economic trends and a good economic outlook.
Interesting that what Moody's mentioned, the fundamentals of our economy are strong, and with that, the underpinnings for recovery for this government are there.
The negative rating outlook comes a week after Standard & Poor's placed GovGuam on credit watch with negative implications for its general obligation and lease bond ratings for the same reason. Guam Waterworks Authority also received a negative rating from Moody's on its Baa2 rated water and wastewater system revenue bonds. This change affects about $500 million in outstanding bonds. Moody says it's in conjunction with a change in outlook for GovGuam as a whole.